Hello, good evening. This is Shannon Murphy again. This is the YouTube version of our Public Relations Department's Digest blog version of here Sheetmetal Associates attempt to promote a public relations basis that I just explained. Anyhow, the information here is true, it's valid, coordinate, its jurisdictions here, Superior Court relevant. And today I wanted to share some things that's been bothering me as not only the Chief Executive Officer of Sheetmetal Associates, but as a citizen of the state of California who has a right by our Constitution and our laws derived thereby to participate as an in pro se, in pro per applicant, Superior Court's due process of law, or apply where we apply our own court case. I've been active in pro per applications since 2000, I believe it was 2006 or 7. Primarily, I explained that situation. Small claims, I participated, and then from small claims, I became more and more interested in the legal processes, fair due process at Superior Court relevant jurisdictions, limited and unlimited jurisdictions, Superior Court case filing, acting as my own attorney, primarily because I was frustrated with the attentions they're given by the array of attorneys, the arena of attorneys, also that I had been referred to or I had found of my own accord. I was discouraged. Everything from I'm sorry that's after a 30-minute consultation, I'm sorry that's beyond my scope of law. That's out of our range of law. We don't do that. That's not the type of case where we would like to have right now. That is why Sheetmetal Associates primarily becomes implement. That's why I design and arrange Sheetmetal Associates to assist the general public in of course, that event the job just mentioned, described. Okay, so what I have up here is in that course of human events, I become an in pro per applicant for filing my court cases. I file a court case against the Superior Court of California, Alameda County, for losing some documents in the records room. They lost some documents. I had the nerve to hire an attorney instead of implementing a claim for restitution compensation for the loss, and fighting me in court with a hired attorney, taxpayers' money, and going to hire an attorney for losing, lost my stuff. My court documents in the records from the hard case, lost them, gone. And then got the nerve to hire an attorney. These Myers and Naves people implement this bogus type arrangements for a tort type of slander to me, tort defamation, to get themselves off their client, which is the Superior Court, off of what? Complying, confirmed. I got witness down, Tim's down there in the records room. This gentleman named Tim, I made his acquaintance. He looked up his, we don't have it. We don't have your amended complaint. Anyhow, here we go. I counter that this vexatious litigant, this is the point of a vexatious litigant, was entered by Kimberly something at Myers and Nave, calling me a vexatious litigant. It's registered. It becomes registered gold after the case was dropped. It was recused. The bench was recused by Don Clay, the presiding judge at Alameda at that time, and recalled there because they didn't wish to have a court case, because I filed a court case in Alameda County against Alameda County You had to recuse the bench because the judge didn't want to hear the case further, appoint a litigation against itself. So we went to San Joaquin County out of the blue. I had nothing to do with that. They just took me over there. I said, you can't take me to San Joaquin County. I live in Contra Costa County. Primary jurisdiction for favorable revert or transfer this case to would have been Contra Costa County. I had no say. Anyway, I put in my fair due process documents to have that a recourse, to have it amended, or to have it, change the venue to the appropriate county or my favor preference, and they denied it. That's the second strike unfair due process of law Superior Court have. But anyhow, I got that, and now I'm over here to show you here what else I've been doing to rectify the situation. Now, after that, it's still in place. They're still playing games in Superior Court, and like I said, I got a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit coming up against them, and we're going to see it through. Here, I got today, I went down to the Superior Court of California, Contra Costa County, which is at 725 Court Street. I had prior entered this executive office complaint. Here's a form. This is a proof of service document. This is a Sheetmetal Associates performed document here, and I did my own pro applications here. And what happened was I entered this. I mailed this out to the formal complaint to the executive office of the court in Contra Costa County at 725 Court Street, and I did that on the 21st of 2019, 21st of October. Okay, so what I did was I sent this. This is the formal complaint. Okay, and it basically, this was received today. This is December 12th, which was received today. In effect, if I mailed it, it wasn't going to get a receive stamp. So I had to go down there today, and they received it because I filed this formal complaint. I filed this one, another one, and I went down here and carried that down there to 725 Court Street and got the stamp put on it. But the clerk at the executive office stamped this one. To me, it wasn't the right thing to do. It was supposed to stamp the new one that was entered by hand there, conveying there in person. So anyway, we got the new one. This is the old one. This is the one that I had problems with, and this is one that explained it. I explained that there's a judge in 2014 that stated during the litigation that he removed the vexatious litigant from me. He stated that during the proceedings. Okay, and that judge is, I don't want to say his name, and you can see it right there. Okay, this is the court number. You can look it up if you want to. This is case. I think it was East Bay Regional Parks District was the defendant. Anyhow, see, required correction. It says, I have reference from a former court's chief executive officials, Ms. Tamora Kim, that this court's executive office does have an obligation complaint jurisdiction. I apply this formal complaint to correct unfair the proceedings. If the complaint composition names relevant judicial official, judge, and then indicates for that apply action unfair of as requires to be corrected. This case, I ask for the vexatious litigant removal. Okay, that all comes from a situation where I believe that Honorable Spanish deserves respect and better attention to the detail. He did attend the reference order, and as recognized, it be unlawful, unfair.
and it fails by a Superior Court's California standards, rules, and regulations, signed, valid signature, endorsed, see rules for a manuscript type signature, it be unlawful and unfair. Okay, this goes back to what I had on another video. I told you about the video where we highlighted the vexatious litigant order. I think I allowed view of that on our digest blog version at Sheetmetal Associates. Here's the order that we're in question here. This order, like I said, was derived at San Joaquin County in Stockton branch. Copy order, like I said, it was derived from Kimberly and something from Myers and Nave. And it says derived a bad copy of it, but this is where the attorneys for defendants. Attorneys for defendants, Superior Court of California at County of Alameda. See, they're defendants. This is the cases of Shannon O. Murphy Sr. versus the Superior Court of California at County of Alameda, Office of the Clerks. Okay. The clerks lost the documents. Okay. So now, then they put a vexatious litigant, and here's this fraudulent signature for the judge. This is page 2 of the order, and there's this fraudulent signature right there. Look. Exactly. Barbara Coleman for Honorable Justice Leslie Young. You can't put for, no. He can't even have a title. Who is Barbara Coleman? Okay. So anyhow, there's fraud there, and I had to ask to get that out. So I got a complaint. That was issued, a formal complaint against a judge that answered that using his own letterhead. The judge that answered that formal complaint about that had the nerve to come back with this. If this is, I says he made a mistake. This is Judge Baskin here did this November 6th, answered the composition that I sent to the executive office on the 21st. Remember, remind you, I showed you the proof of service for the 21st. He says, Dear Miss Murphy, I'm Mr. Murphy, your attempting filing November 5th is denied. When you provide me a certified copy of the order removing your status as a vexatious litigant, I will address this again. So somebody else must have been someone else must have been a vexatious litigant of a female or something gender, because this is just totally out of order. Like, well, what I just showed you, what I just explained. Did you see the order there? The order was my comply, converse, or objection at my formal complaint was that the order was fraudulent. So this is irrelevant. When I brought this down, I put a formal complaint indicating Judge Barry Baskin as the judge. Like I stated, with a formal complaint, Tamari Kim gave the instructions for how compliant a formal complaint can be. Just named the judge. I named Barry Baskin in the new complaint that was received today on December 12th at the executive office of the court at Contra Costa County, 725 Court Street, Martinez, California. And I named what he had done. He has simply disregarded the point of the matter is that there was fraud there. There's manuscript handwriting also on the order, for God's sakes. What kind of order is that? So, Judge, I'm going to give Judge Barry Baskin, we got to get him down to business, because that's not going to fly there. That's not a signature for an order. It's not going to fly there. Okay. Now I got a judge over here, Samantha Jesner. We're in Los Angeles County also, and she says, hey, this is what she says. She says that Arnold Schwarzenegger, the governor, appointed Leslie Holland. Barbara Croman, who signed in place of Judge Leslie Holland. Anyhow, we're running out of time. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this is broadened your. You gotta be careful, because judges are not always perfect. Thank you very much, and have a good day. Sheetmetal Associates, we're out.